Amazing. $1 million in 2 years is huge. Congratulations to that.
Thank you.
Do you remember first year, March 20, for the end of the year? What was that like? How much revenue did you do that first year? And then last year, full calendar year, what did you do that year?
Yeah, I was actually the first year it was pretty much 1,000 bookings, and the second year was 4,000 bookings. But yeah, it has been pretty much almost $200 on the first year, almost $800 on the second year. So yeah, the growth has been great.
Guys, that is so amazing, to 4x your business the second year from $200 to $800,000. That's super, super impressive.
See, I don't think we expected it to be as fast as we eventually managed to do it. But I think a big part of that is to focus on automation and to be able to have tools that allows you to scale. I don't know if it would have been possible without the proper tools.
So you were
Guys, automation systems are huge. To answer his question, would it be possible? Maybe, but it would have been so much harder, so many more hours, and most likely the growth would have been slower. And, the higher you go, then that's when it's impossible. But at his level, it's still achievable. But if you reach $5-10 million without systems, without any of that, there's no chance.
You're mentioning that your first year you did 200,000 Australian dollars, and your second year you did 800,000 Australian dollars. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much. Almost $200 the first year and almost 800 on the second year. Not on a yearly basis, but I mean from March 2024 to March 2010 to this year. So yeah, as I said, Australian dollars.
Incredible. What about this year? January till the end of the year, what are you expected to do?
Well, we're hoping or targeting, I would say, 40% growth rate comparing to last year. That's our goal. Nowadays, we're tracking on this first quarter. It looks like we will grow a bit higher than that. But as I said before, we are trying to keep our growth rate steady at some level in keeping our recruitment up to speed to that level of growth. Yeah, I should mention that we're at the stage of we're thinking about discussing with a few investment partnerships for them to provide not only growth capital but also operational expertise. I would say we're also testing partnership with different kinds of services in which we don't have the know-how. For example.
So my opinion about investment capital from others, be careful. If you don't need the money, you guys already grown very quickly. I think you guys can continue to grow. Be careful about taking, money in exchange for giving someone a percentage of your company. Most of the time, it is not worth it unless you really have an amazing strategic partnership. And oftentimes people, oversell, overpromise, and they will not deliver. Then you're stuck giving someone a percentage of your company. Be very careful.
For example, specific cleaning jobs like carpet cleanings and that kind of stuff, we are testing nowadays some partnerships in that regard. That could be an interesting way to grow. But yeah, as I said, we are much more focused on retention than growth. That will be, our goal for this year. As we continue to expand to new markets and all that as well, but not losing sight of the importance of retention.
And where do you hope to see the business in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, I would say that we see ourselves as part of a bigger team. That's one of our focuses as well. Right now, we need to start hiring not only providers of the services itself, but also staff members, team leaders, people that can take the responsibilities in a certain region.
So they're at this stage where, systems, procedures, all of that stuff is super important if they want to take it to the next level. So softwares, making manuals, procedures for your people that are working at the company that they have to follow. All of that has to be there. So systems at this point are a must, and focusing on retention, that's always important. Start later when you start to scale. That is pretty much the most important part, because that is how you guys are going to be able to grow.
It's part of the plan for the next couple of months. In a way, it's kind of professionalizing the company, taking the next few steps, to complement ourselves with knowledge from other people and energy and capital and all you need to grow a business.
Going on to the platform now, and with Booking Koala, you've been with it since day one. What role does tech play in your day-to-day operations?
Well, it's the key. It's always been a bit of a nerd, but not to the extent of programming. Never. I was interested in programming at some point of my life, but I realized that it wasn't my thing. But it's the key to be able to manage your business. I think you always have to find the right tools for your ideas. For us, it was a procedure. We were lucky enough to find Booking Cola from the first day. But along the way, we started using different tools for communication, both internal and external communication. We're now already using AI agents to be online. There's no staff member online outside of business hours. There's always going to be a well-trained AI agent that has all the knowledge from our business and is able to provide you with answers about our services and such. And it has been really helpful. We have been converting much more on our phone calls. Basically, we were losing a couple of potential customers for not taking the phone on time. So I would say that I see myself and my partner as well as part of a bigger team and having even more polished systems and procedures. I think that would be the key to continue continue to scale this business.
What drew you into using Booking Koala when you found it?
Yeah, it was actually a Twitter influencer that he has his own cleaning business I think it's in Tampa, Florida. And I got in touch with him because he was selling courses about how to create your own cleaning business from prep. And he was giving these 30 minutes free talks to get to know each other and see if he can help out in some way or the other. So I kind of bombarded him with questions about the industry that I knew little about and the tools and all that. And that's how we got to know Booking Koala. But it was a really easy choice for us because we couldn't find any other all-in solution as Booking Koala. So, as I said, it was.
And that's what we try to do for you guys that are starting out with Booking Cola. We want to be, the all-in-one platform to literally make your life easier. We don't want you gluing a bunch of softwares together, on top of it paying for a lot of separate softwares. We just want you guys to do everything at once, because I remember when I started at 19 years old, that is something that we always work towards. And I understood, I didn't have a lot of money back then. I know small business owners and new people that are coming in, starting businesses. You guys don't have a lot of money. So you guys want to start with one platform and continue to grow and scale with one platform. That is the key. That is the goal of Booking Koala.
What's one of your favorite features of the platform?
Well, we're continuously, sorry for my English, continuously testing different things. In the last couple of months, I would say that the hiring module has been really, really helpful. Recruitment is something that we still need to improve a lot, but the hiring module was really, really helpful. It's pretty much an all-in-one solution. It allows you to visualize every single candidate as they go through the onboarding procedure. So it was really helpful. Another thing that we tried, I think it was last month, it was the campaign module. I was using MailChimp separately, but after testing the campaign module, we decided to move away from MailChimp because it's pretty much the same and you have even more control. You still have the all-in-one solution that is Moving Koala. And so, yeah, there's other things that we're still haven't set up.
Make sure you guys use hiring module. Make sure you use campaigns. It is super powerful when you use it right. You know, hiring is the most important thing you'll ever do. We want to make sure the hiring module, you know, gets everything done for you, cuts so many hours for you. If you do it right, that's literally what it will do for you. And campaigns will get you more clients, more revenue, will save you clients and all of the good stuff. Don't miss out on that stuff.
For example, the text messages integrations with Twilio, that's something that we haven't set up yet, but it's on paper for the next, it's something that I have to do. But yeah, keep on giving us some new features and we will continue to use them.